Hello from
Tucson.
So we are spending 24 hours in Tucson. We are actually here for a project that Brad is working on.
Yes, I'm helping somebody at the Davis Mountain Boneyard. It's an old aircraft field, and someone is shooting there. Well, need some help there.
So we're going there tomorrow for sunrise, which should be really cool. I actually read that it's one of the largest boneyards, I think maybe in this region. So I'm really excited to see it. He's going to be flying his drone, so hopefully we'll get some really cool drone shots.
Yep.
So we drove to Tucson this morning and we went to Kartchner Caverns State Park, which is these amazing underground caves that these two, I want to say early 20-year-olds,
23 and 24.
found. They stumbled upon a hole in the ground and they had caving experience in the past, so they knew just by different things that they saw in the area that it was an underground cave. So they climbed into it and they started to explore it, and it's crazy. And
They had to crawl like 1,400 feet. I think.
Yeah, and some of it was in the mud, and you can actually still see the trail that they used when they first crawled into it and they started to explore the cave. And all of the formations in the cave was formed by water. So it's water interacting with the cave either by pooling or like rushing water or dripping water, and that's how everything was formed. So we learned about stalagmites that come up from the ground.
Stalagmites.
And stalactites that come down from the ceiling. And it was really, really awesome. You actually aren't allowed to photograph or take videos. You actually can't even bring anything into the cave. It's pretty pristine, the condition that they keep it in. They actually ask you to tell them if you accidentally bump into anything, because the oil on our hands, if it gets on the cave, because it's such foreign matter, it will start to grow bacteria. The cave was, I think, 70 degrees, 71. Right? And like 98% humidity. So it's just the perfect area for bacteria to grow. So they keep it very, very clean. And it was awesome. It was so cool. The tour was about an hour and a half, and I believe it was like $25 per person.
You paid?
I don't know. I think it was about $25 per person. So we did Kartchner Caverns, and then we went to get some food at Welcome Diner, which is probably one of the only legitimate places that we've been to in Tucson, but we love Welcome Diner. So we went there, and then we got to our Airbnb, which is the best Airbnb that we've ever stayed in our entire lives. Different from what we normally stay in.
Yes.
So it's kind of like a hotel vibe, in the sense that they have different suites, but you walk into one main giant room where there's like this giant sectional, and they have books everywhere and they have pillows everywhere, and there's a kitchen, like an open kitchen and a big dining room table. And then basically off of that main area, there are different suites that people could book into for the Airbnb. And as we're exploring our suite, we have a downstairs and an upstairs. There's a door that we open and it leads to this beautiful rooftop terrace. And there's a yoga studio here. So it's beautiful. It's beyond beautiful. And we're just casually sitting here in front of our fireplace. So it's wonderful. We're really, really happy. So we're getting up tomorrow and we are going to Brad's shoot. We're actually staying across the street from Saguaro National Park. So if there's time, maybe we'll get a hike in. We'll see.
Maybe.
And that's it. Catch you later. Good morning. We are at Pima Air and Space Museum. It's about 6:30 or 7. Show a little bit around. Oh, there's Brad. It is currently closed. They are just meeting with the guy who hired them and they are setting up for some shots. And I think that we're gonna get to go inside the boneyard, which is where all of the airplanes are. We're in the car on our way home, going back to Phoenix. We just left Pima Air and Space Museum and it was amazing. What was your favorite part?
There's over 300 airplanes there in their so-called boneyard, and the hangar was really cool. In the hangar they had a bunch of, I guess, special planes, like a seaplane and a whole bunch of fighter jets and stuff, old fighter jets.
And we did get to see a ton of different kind of airplanes and helicopters and planes from World War II and from Vietnam and
The president's plane.
And we saw the president's plane. We saw the plane that JFK used to fly in. It was really, really cool. And like Brad said, I think that they have over 300 airplanes there. And it's something like spread out over 80 acres. And Pima Air and Space Museum, I believe, is the largest privately owned aerospace museum, which was also really, really cool.
In America,
I think it's in the world.
in the world.
Yeah. Somebody fact check us. Don't fact check us. I think that that's right. So we're on our way home now, and this was our 24-hour trip to Tucson. So I'll catch you later.